Hey, what's going on, day ones? This podcast is brought to you by a couple of phenomenal sponsors. First up, we got Rose Vogue Stylings. Ladies, are you in the market for a new purse? What about a new swimsuit? What about some earrings? The folks over at Rose Vogue Stylings, they got you covered. Please go to rosevoguestyling.com. And while you're on the website, please enter in that promo code late night. You want to make sure you're getting all of those amazing discounts. Also, if you are in the market for a lovely timepiece such as the one that I am wearing, please go to blackwatches.com. That is BLAK watches.com and enter in that promo code late night W Nate to get another fantastic discount off of quality timepieces. Again, thank you to the folks over at Rose Vogue Stylings and those at Black Watches. Now to the show. We are back for your favorite late night podcast that we sometimes shoot during the day. I'm Nate Galloway.
And I'm Adrian Brandyberg.
This is Late Night with Nate and Adrian.
I was scared for a second.
Shout out to the day ones. Like, subscribe on all your podcast platforms. Boogie!
Yes, sir.
We are back, episode 164 for you guys. Why were you scared?
No, because the intro I started the intro and it was like, nah, I'm good. I was like, what's going on? I might have to do this again. What's happening?
You know, I did see that and I was like, okay, we starting off with some technical glitches. It happens. It is what it is. But like we said, we are here, episode 164. What is going on with you, Boogie? How you feeling?
I'm feeling alright. I'm a little pooped. I ain't gonna lie to you. I got for those that are listening, I got Abbott Elementary chalkboard in my background for a very good reason. Because I've mentioned this a number of times, but your girl is back a student, and my God, it's really kicking my ass. Boy. That adult learning as a adult, them teachings and trying to get back to education. I feel for all y'all, boy. I feel for all of y'all. I get it. Because, once that, frontal lobe is established and you've already decided in your head after said degree, you are done, you got to convince yourself. You got to convince yourself to change your mind that maybe this might be better off. You might be better off if you go back to school. Wow. It's hard. That's all I got to say.
So you're saying there's part of you that's like, maybe I was better off kind of stupid. Is that what you're saying?
Hey, I hear this all the time. Being delusional gets you to where you need to be sometimes.
Hey, man, it's a lot of Delulu lemons out here who are making it. So, I mean, sometimes you got to be a little delusional.
Yeah.
So outside of studying, what else has been going on for you?
I mean, outside of studying, life's been kind of boring, but that's okay. I ain't gonna lie to you. Just because
pick up.
Yeah, all things considered, I'm okay with that. You know, why are we complaining about shit not happening in your life? You don't need all that drama all that time. You know what I'm saying? Let me just lay low for a little bit. I'm tired of always being the person like, girl, I got something to tell you. You know what I mean? No, I ain't got shit to tell nobody, nothing. And I'm okay with that.
Nothing going on.
Right. And I'm okay with that, you know.
And hey, we've never been happier.
Hey, man. Hey, I think we are really underestimating like laying low. We really are. Like, people are finally understanding, a lot of introverts, why they're really big on like not being around people and just staying at the house. Staying at the house is probably top tier activities that I like to do now that I am of age where I think we've established ourselves and I think this is definitely the age where you just like, I nigga, what you doing for real though? Because
I got things to do, aka
right,
nothing.
right, you know what I mean. So, but yeah, outside of that, I'm golden right now.
You know what?
It's a little dull, but I'm golden.
It sounds like you have unlocked peace. Like there's many levels of
Is that
peace.
what it's called?
I feel like
Ah,
you've unlocked it. That's what it is. You got that
okay.
glow, you know.
Is that glow?
It
Oh,
is.
okay.
It is that glow that a
I thought
lot
it
of
was
us
yesterday. That's all that was.
we're
That's on my face.
entering. I see your hydration, your water. That's what it is. You're just like peace. I'm
Okay.
here, you know.
That's what
So
it is
I'm
then.
proud of you. I'm proud of your newfound
All
level
right.
of peace. But also, you know
All
what it is? Because you said something that was that the light bulb kind of triggered. I was like, this is what the introverts mean when they're
right.
like, I hate people. It's like,
Ah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Like, so, you know, it went from being a highly underrated experience, you know, it's just like we overrated being at home and it's very underrated. It's like, I love being here.
Yeah. Yeah. The whole FOMO. Yeah. I don't get that no more. I don't know what that means.
You know, it's one of those things where people are like, you're always at home. And it's like, all my stuff is here.
Yeah.
Why do I have to be out in the streets? It
Respect.
costs me money,
Yeah.
a lot of
What am I
money.
trying to prove? You know what I'm saying? Like who are you trying to keep up with? Ain't nobody knows you out there. You know
Fuck
who
the
know you?
Joneses, okay?
Right.
Fuck the Joneses.
Right. Right.
like,
So,
it's like you said, I have nothing to prove. It's like you've
yeah.
seen one grass wall, you've seen them all.
You and
Like I'm
them damn
tired of
grass
this
walls,
experience.
boy. You and them grass walls. I tell you.
Look, there's going to be a class action lawsuit against
Oh.
grass walls, and I hopefully I could be the one that heads this up. All you law firms out there, hit my line. Like, let's get something going against the manufacturers of grass walls and all these establishments that put up grass walls. Like, let's get that going.
I
Like,
feel like they definitely gonna find out like those grass walls had got like asbestos and
yeah.
shit in there because for some reason people do be acting out for
Hit
some
me with the
reason.
commercial. Go ahead. Go ahead. Hit me with
Yeah.
the commercial. Hit me with it. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Have you experienced a hookah event at a brunch spot and didn't expect to have ass in your face? did did you did you order chicken and waffles and realize there are ashes in your waffles?
Got more waffles than you got chicken.
Then you need to call us here at grasswallsneedtobepunished.com.
Grass walls need to be taken down.
Right.
Like, I can see it, and I'll be at home like I was. Like, yes, I did frequent grass wall establishments from 2018.
Oh no. Have you lived in Atlanta? Then you have been affected by the grass wall syndrome.
Man, them niggas, they gonna have to open up several claim centers in Atlanta. Oh my god! I mean, it's
Yeah.
just like I'm very happy for you, and
This nigga really out here gave me a round of applause. Okay.
sometimes you need that applause for just
Okay. That's fair.
staying put. You know, just
Yeah.
being in a state of content.
That
Like,
is
that's
really
dope,
underrated. Yeah.
you know?
I will say I am that is my excuse me, my bag right now. So I'm leaning into it. But enough of me talking. What about yourself? How have you been in the past week?
I have been pretty good, you know. I had that meeting earlier, so that went pretty cool. So
Good.
outside of that, it's just been chill mode for me. Did some writing, because you know you got to make sure you're still strengthening the muscle. Bought some books,
Good
you
for you,
know,
man.
joined the Barnes and Nobel, the membership, not the paid one, because I was like, nah, I don't need an extra bill.
You gotta get a library card. They
They still have those.
hell
I know they do.
yeah.
But I like being able to keep the books myself. Start my own library because quiet is kept. Some of
Okay.
these books are being taken away.
Facts.
So I've started that. It was just cool to actually walk Barnes and Noble. I was at a lot of times, so I saw a lot of books from my childhood. And that was really cool. And I was like, damn, these things are still out here. Called my mom and she was like, I still got those. I was like, dope. So that was cool. Found a lot of cool finds there. Went to the movies, saw the Kiki Palmer, SZA,
Oh, you did?
Issa produced movie, One of Them Days. And I gotta say, Boogie, on
Oh.
my reviews,
Oh.
Nate
Oh
on
God.
reviews here.
Oh God. Here we go.
The first review
Oh.
of the
Oh, okay.
year when it
Okay.
comes to movies.
Okay.
We're gonna count them out, Boogie. Let's count them out.
All
Let's
right.
count these joints out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5 black thumbs?
5
Oh.
black thumbs on One of Them Days. And I know I joked and I was like, it's the ladies Friday or whatever. Is it that was
I
said
said
that
I said next Friday, but go ahead.
I said that when I saw the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not even going to disrespect them by saying that. It's not even that. This is their bag, their jam, and I'm so happy for them. The ratings on Rotten Tomato, they're spot on. Because sometimes they can be that bullshit. Not this time. And it was dope to see black women leads in this light.
Yeah. Agreed.
Funny, silly, and not silly. When I say silly, I don't mean silly in like a demeaning way. I just mean getting back to what we need, I think, as black folks, of just like that silliness, not always being so serious. It brought that. It brought a lot of things I didn't expect or see. It was phenomenal writing. It was a good movie. Definitely go see it.
Yeah, for sure. I am my girlfriends are playing around though. I will say, because of all the football happenings that's going on. We haven't quite solidified a day.
Lock that in.
So I'm like, hey yo, in a second, I'm gonna just go see it my damn self because I want to go see it.
We definitely lock that in. I rarely go see things twice. I could honestly go see this one again.
Word?
It was funny, and there were some parts where because as a writer, you kind of go into things.
Yeah, talk your shit, my guy.
I mean, we got to.
Talk your shit, my guy.
We got to. As a writer, you go into things and I don't ever want to overanalyze anyone else's work. Sometimes you're like, man, that was corny. But then when you go back and you look at it as to what they were doing and how, I'm like, the corniness that was there was needed because you needed that for this story. So it wasn't anything that where it's like, man, it's so corny where niggas wouldn't talk like that or wouldn't. Nah, everything fitted in this regard. I have no complaints about it. I thought I was gonna go into it as like, I don't want SZA in this, because I could have, going into it after seeing her in the trailer, I could think of 5 black actresses that maybe I would have put in this or should have gotten this.
Okay.
But because I feel a certain way about people from different industries coming over into film, taking roles from actresses.
Okay.
I don't, after seeing her in this, I don't feel that way anymore.
Respect.
I think that they did a good job of who they put in this and everything. So it was very good. Okay. Tell your girlies to stop messing around and get out there. Go see that. I'm also finishing up Jackal or Year of the Jackal. I still don't know what the name is. I call it the Jackal, but it's on Peacock. Go watch that one too. So yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Okay.
let's before we get into things a little bit further, Boogie on Sports, Sports on Boogie. Who you got this week, Boogie? You got
Oh
Philly
God.
versus the Commanders, and you got Buffalo versus KC. First game, Philly versus Commanders. Who you got?
I'm gonna say Philly just because Philly's been Phillying lately,
Okay.
and I will say the people out here in Philly, they feel it feels a little different around here. I will say, and you can't talk mess about Philly whatsoever, especially when you're in Philly, because that is
Cardinals.
really, yeah, it's really not good for you if you
No,
do
not at all.
said things. Yeah, on any side.
You want to
But
spell it for us, like your mayor?
no, thank you.
EGLE.
That is a no, thank you. You're not about to catch me.
Was like,
I will
when?
say, like I think it was last week I went to go see it, and I went to go see, a little small piece of the game. I stayed till halftime because it was way too many people
Yeah, man.
uh in these facilities, and
And y'all got dumped on with the snow too.
well, wait, it wasn't last week. It was the week before, because last week
Mm.
it was snowing, and I was like, ain't no way in hell
Oh no.
I'm stepping outside. But the whole point is, I went to an establishment and they was watching the game, and I realized there is something you can see it in their eyes when they are lifelong or obsessed fans, and I don't know if I want to be around that. But I will say, my friends are convincing me to go somewhere to watch it tomorrow. So pray for me, y'all.
It's too much fandom for you.
Pray for me, y'all. Just
Boogie's
want to
like,
say that.
it's grown niggas out here crying. What the fuck is wrong with y'all?
Yeah, it's a lot of energy and anger, regardless, like literally nitpicking everything that's happening in the game. And I don't know if I'm ready to be
Boogie,
around that energy. So
you are a lifelong Chicagoan. You should know you should know. Come on now, Boogie. You know how people feel about this stuff. You know how this is.
yeah, but I also, as a lifelong Chicagoan,
Does Philly
yeah,
do it differently? Who is Philly turned up a little bit more than the Chicago fan base?
this is all they got. You got to remember that, guys.
Yo,
Sorry,
he said no
sorry.
one's vacationing in Philly.
I'm just sorry.
God damn.
I didn't mean to say it that way, but my God, you could
I
tell.
mean,
Like, I'm just saying, you could tell it's a different type of energy out here, and
the
I
Eagles, all
respect
y'all
it.
niggas got.
I definitely respect it, but
So the
yeah, you
Sixers
just,
ain't shit.
hey yo,
Phillies ain't shit.
hey yo, hey
Flyers
yo.
ain't shit.
All right, you doing a lot
All
right
y'all
now.
got is the Eagles.
You really out here trying to get me fucked up, but it's okay. No. Respect to them, but
Okay.
yeah, I do see the Phillies. Well, Philly, I should say, coming out with the W on that
Okay.
end.
So you
And
got for the Buffalo versus KC.
I mean, this is a very boring take, but there's no way Kansas City Chiefs is losing this game, and that's partly because this man Mahomes has been a record-breaking, unstoppable, regardless of what y'all say. He's a
Here we
skillful man.
go.
I'm just saying. What do you want me to do?
Here we go.
What do you want me to do?
Sports on Boogie, Boogie on Sports. No hot take here from you. So you were going with Pat Mahomes and Kansas City versus the Eagles for the Super Bowl. Is that this is your prediction?
Yeah, and guess who's gonna win?
Going by this, I'm thinking you're not going to root against where you are staying at, but you're gonna go with Pat Mahomey.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Yeah, and I don't want to be that person, but a good thing I don't have a jersey from no team, okay? Because what if I stop? I have seen a couple people. Y'all saw what happened when that fan popped in the Eagles game. from the opposing team, and she got her ass cursed the hell out. Hey,
man, I don't know. Yeah, there's some things I'm just not wearing certain jerseys at opposing
I don't
stadiums.
understand that. Or go on the other side.
Yeah, like I gotta know where I'm sitting at. Like I gotta sit with my base. I'm not gonna go sit on the home side.
That was a
with a
suicide
Lions
mission
jersey
on her
on.
end. That was a suicide mission.
Like, come on, bro. Like
Mhm.
you should have known what was gonna happen here.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead and say, yeah, this is a very boring take, but I will say, yeah, right now, there's a dynasty happening, and we are all witnessing in real time. And sorry,
Yeah.
we're going to have to see Taylor Swift a lot.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at that. I am not mad at Sports on Boogie on Sports. Take care. I would love to see the Commanders win solely because Jaden Daniels, he's a
Yeah, of
beast.
course.
I
Yeah, of course.
personally saw him bless my Lions ass last week, so I would love to see the Rook get to the Super Bowl, because I mean the Commanders ain't been there in like some 30 plus years, and the history behind Doug Williams winning as the first black quarterback, and then Jaden Daniels going back as a rookie.
Comeback. Yeah,
would love to see that.
respect.
But I don't think that he's gonna be able to get past Hurts and Saquon Barkley. I don't think he's going to get past them. So I'm going with the Eagles, and I am going to say Buffalo, because I want to see Josh Allen and them niggas from Buffalo take down Pat Mahomes, Taylor Swift, and all them idiots from Kansas City. I want to see that upset. That's I'm saying it's going to be Buffalo.
I don't know
versus Philly, and then I will say,
don't you say
Buffalo is going to beat Philadelphia, because I would love to see Buffalo get a Super Bowl. As bad luck as they've had in the Super Bowl, I would love to see them get there. And they have a great fan base too. Like Bills Mafia, they actually look out and they contribute to other people's charities. So,
let's see what happens.
We shall see. But you know what, Buggy? I did not have one last week, but I do have one this week. The grinding of my gears. I may have done this before, but I think I'm gonna stick with it again. Charge to the game. It's all these goddamn apps. I'm kind of just tired of all of these goddamn apps and just communication. Like, I really only talk to the same few people, and I feel like I don't really need to have 80 different conversations with the same few people on all these different apps. It's starting to be a lot. It's like, oh, memes over here, jokes over here, serious conversation over here, another serious conversation over here. It's like, let's consolidate some of these, please. It's just too much for me. And I've been pulling back. It's not one of those like, oh, I'm leaving social media. It's not one of those. It's just like, it's a lot. And I know some of y'all can admit it too. It's okay. I know you don't want to, but I'll step out there. I will take the training day bullets. I will take all of them bullets for y'all. It's a lot. It's a lot. And it's okay to just dial it back. Like, you can text me the memes. You can text me the jokes. Or let's just be like, hey, Messenger is what it is. Let's all just be like, what we gonna do? Let's just figure it out. That's all I'm asking. Like, can we just figure it out? Please, I just beg of y'all, please. Let's figure it out. That's my grinding.
All right, well, we'll see what happens.
It's probably not gonna happen. It's probably not gonna happen. And I say it's probably not gonna happen because throughout the dialing of it back, you tell people it's like, hey, because I like to set those parameters like, look, nothing against you or anything. I'm just not gonna be on here. So if you don't see me responding, it ain't that I'm igging you, because you gotta tell people that nowadays. Because you don't tell them, oh my God, we're not friends anymore because you didn't respond to my barrage of messages, and you must hate me. Like so,
God.
so you got to set those parameters. It's like, nah, it's just we're over here. Then when you set those, they're like, you know what? We do have like 80 million conversations all over. And it's cool for some people because I get some people, you only use one or two apps. I ain't talking to y'all. It's the motherfuckers who is like, you know, TikTok's down. What about Red One? What about Lemon? It's like, hey, bro, I barely am on this one. So, you know, just chill. That's just me though. Anyways, Boogie. You know what time it is, Boogie?
I'm tipping my hat.
It's time to tip the hat to people who are doing dope things in the community. Boogie, who are you tipping to this week?
My tipping of the hat is going to the always dressed, boot wearing, coat having, suaviest nigga I've ever known, Coleman Domingo. He has been
Domingo Suave. Suave Domingo.
He was nominated for an Oscar. This will be the first nomination for a black and Latino. I like to call him, because he is Afro-Latino.
Yes, he is.
As well as I would say a gay man as well. So this will be the first of its kind. So shout out to him and all of his wardrobes and his stylists as well.
Hey man, I got we talked about this in the in post. I was like, yo, or pre. I was like, I was very upset he had a boost on the other award show. I was like, hey, bro, don't be stepping out without your signature boots. Like, please don't do that no more.
Yeah,
like,
he's a fashionable man, and until recently, I found out he was gay. Not that it matters anyway, but I just thought he was a very metro man that knew how to dress,
get his prints on. You know?
Yeah, for sure. That's what it was. And then, if you haven't seen The Madness, go check it out. That's a new series that he was in Netflix. Very good series. Gotta be honest. Couldn't tell there either. Couldn't tell there either.
It's one of them ones where
honestly, one of the ones. Oh,
okay. Oh, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. It's when I say one of those ones, I mean like where people are like, okay, I'm bi or whatever, but I can see it. It's like, I can see you taking them down from both sides of the game, you know. And I'm not, you not mad at that, because right. You that good looking enough where it's like, like if you were to swing that, I could see why you might, you know.
I was a little upset when I found out. I saw a picture of him and his husband. I was like, another one?
Boogie. Oh, God damn. But she's like, but I also understand.
Right. I get it.
brother, if you ever want to come back over to this side,
man, because he know damn well he is not ugly. Okay.
It'd be, what's the other one? Jason Pierre Mufasa. Boy, if y'all ever found out stuff about that brother, y'all would be like, really?
I don't get the allure, the obsession, but he is cute. Yeah, okay, he is cute.
It's probably the eyes, Boogie. Like,
it is.
You know,
God.
Put green eyes on a light skinned dude, and it just kind of elevates them that much more.
I get it.
Brown eyes, y'all probably, it's another light skinned dude.
And he got an accent. Okay.
That too. Like, he's a bruv. You know,
okay. He's definitely a bruv. Who you got for your tipping?
My tipping is going to none other than Marshall Allen. Like, this is so dope on so many levels. He's about to release his solo album at 100 years old, proving that it is never too late. After 3 decades of leading the legendary Sun Ra Orchestra group, the alto saxophonist is stepping into the spotlight for his very first solo album. The pioneering jazz musician announced his debut album, New Dawn, is set to be released on Valentine's Day of this year. There's 300 vinyl pressings that are set to be released. I actually did go out there and I grabbed one of those copies. And I cannot wait for that to come because I've got an extensive vinyl collection, a lot of jazz.
Okay.
And I wanted to support because you know how we are on our artistic journey. It just kind of proves that
Hell yeah.
it's never too late. So definitely
Yeah.
another kudos.
Damn, that's 100 years old. He does not look 100 years old. Look at his teeth. First of all, his teeth. He got all his teeth.
All his teeth.
That because I don't think those are dentures. Like so.
All his teeth, brother, is fully functioning. Saw a couple of videos of it, and it's like, man, to still be able to get around like that is just as a blessing. Also have an honorable mention here.
That you do.
First ballot Hall of Famer.
Talk about it.
You know, get some air horns here for CC Sabathia. The numbers speak for itself. The numbers speak for itself.
What them horns
and honestly, you said what?
I said, where them horns at? You said,
let me get some more. You know,
my bad.
I'll get some more. How about some bombs? You want some bombs too? Boogie.
Yeah.
Disrespect, CC. I like CC off the simple strength that he was like, hey, I'm rocking my hat to the side. He's like, I know we're supposed to wear it, frontwards, but I don't give a goddamn. I'm up here and I'm throwing this ball over 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be cool up here with it, and it is what it is. Also, he was up there for the Husky brothers. He was like, hey,
I was about to say that was a thick man. That was a thick man.
He put on. We was like, hey man, we could be out here. We could do more.
We could throw balls too.
First baseman. Pause.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. My bad.
But tip the hat to
my bad, y'all.
We don't even do pause on this show. It's just funny to throw in like obligatory pauses to show you how stupid it is. But definitely tip our hats to CC, Marshall Allen, and Coleman. Domingo.
Wait, is CC Sabathia? Is he Dominican?
He's a nigga.
Oh, that's what I thought. Cause, hey, that's a hell of a name though. CC Sabathia. Cause you know what that CC means. That man must have an old school.
Yeah, it's old school. It's probably like Clarence Charlie Sabathia.
This nigga got a Curtis in this motherfucker.
Curtis Clarence. It's like, oh, he got two first names.
He said, not on my watch. If you don't CC my name,
it's CC.
You're not about to fuck me up.
That's how fast the ball was going. So here, see when he was throwing it.
Whoa. Okay.
Hey-o.
All right.
It is time to keep this thing on rolling. All right, it's time for your favorite segment, news you can or can't use. But first up, it is time for the Rest in Power. DJ Unk passed away. This one was one of those, like Boogie just said, damn. Because it was like the soundtrack of our college years, man.
This is all college right here.
It was like when you heard this song, you was on a dance floor. Even if you could not dance, you was on the dance floor. Somebody was dancing on you. Like,
wait, I was just about to say, even if you couldn't dance, this was the dance for you because all you had to do was walk it out. Literally. Do you know how to walk? Well, walk it the fuck out. Fucking walk it out.
Not only that, this man had like 8,000 remixes to walk it out.
Yeah, he really did.
So it was another one, and another one, and another remix. So it was definitely sad to hear about his passing. I was like, what, 43? Yeah. 43 is that's entirely too young. So
hey, man.
Definitely condolences to him and his family and everybody on that Atlanta music scene. We also lost a couple of others in the film industry. We lost Yolanda Haley. She's a renowned producer. She produced Angel, Dutch, very good movie, and Soulmates. We also lost Barry Michael Cooper, writer and producer for New Jack City,
Yeah.
Above the Rim, Sugar Hill, also an alumni of North Carolina Central University. But we lost some giants there in the industry. So condolences to their families and everything there. All right. First up on news you can or can't use. It is what it is. Donnie is in office. Has been a lot of EOs that went out. Some still going out.
Again, what the hell is EOs? Do you want to share?
I was just about to. I was like, for those of you that don't know what EOs, for those of you that aren't up on the acronyms, those are executive orders, not orders, orders that have been rolled out. Temp check, Boogie. How are you feeling with some of what's been going on?
I feel fine. Kind of clocked out. But I'm also paying attention just so I could be like, told you. But yeah, it's sad to see it, but sometimes people gotta what my mom always say, you don't believe fat meat is greasy. You don't believe it's fat, you don't believe fat meat is greasy. So we gotta see this greasy ass fat happen for the next 4 years. Maybe for the next 8 years. the way that I've seen,
put a couple asterisks by that. Might be indefinitely.
Yeah. So this is what y'all wanted. So yeah, let's see what happens.
You know, that whole fat meat is greasy thing, I didn't really get that until I moved out on my own and I was actually cooking and I was like, oh shit, fat. You would kind of play. I was like, this is what they mean.
Yep.
I guess for me, it was very disheartening to see it. But it wasn't something I couldn't believe because they told us it was going to happen. So just to see it really play out, like, oh shit, like you're rolling back things that affect Black people, women, Latinos, Asian. You're affecting that elderly. You're gays, lesbian. You're just, there's so many people that these things are affecting. It's just like, wow. You went to bed, it was 2025, and you woke up, it was 1955. Really? It was just like, you know, and I'm kind of where you're at with it. It's just like, I'm at peace because it's not one of those things that I'm personally going to change overnight. Bless you.
Thank you.
It's just, like I said, community is so important, and I've been checking in on my peoples, and it's just like they've been checking in on me. So it's like, hey, we're gonna be all right. We survived before, and we're gonna continue to do what we do.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's how you got to take it.
You know, I'm not doing the I told you so's, at least not publicly, but on the inside, it is that Skeletor laugh. You know, it's one of those evil laughs because it's kind of like, you know, y'all gaslit us the fuck up.
Yeah.
And we told primarily Black women.
92%. You know, that 8% is
So now it's like I don't really care. Blacks for Trump. Y'all very quiet. Some of these other groups for Trump as well, y'all also very quiet. So it's just like, some of the people who are the most vocal are now the quietest. And it's just like, this just, again, Skeletor laugh. You know, so whatever happens. Anyways.
Anywho.
I always love when funny statistics pop up, and this couldn't be any funnier than this one here. New York City achieves historic milestone, 0 shooting victims for 5 consecutive days.
What?
It is the first in over 30 years. The NYPD news tweeted out, for the first time in 30 years, there have been 0 shooting victims in New York City for a 5-day period. This is the longest we have gone without a shooting victim since the beginning of the CompStat era. And as a result of the brave work that the members of the NYPD do every day. Boogie, what says you about this historic milestone? And would you attribute this to the NYPD's hard work? What says you?
I'm gonna say hell to the no on that. Um, generally speaking, when it gets really cold out, crime in general decreases. And we recently just got over the East Coast, and the Midwest, just recent and damn near everywhere. While we talking, down south too got some. That whole area. We recently just got over a thunderstorm where everywhere got hit, and it was colder than that bang. So ain't nobody out here trying to freeze off their knickers to shoot them up, bang bang somebody. That's really what it come down to. People start getting to their senses. Like, hey, Jerome, I don't fuck with you right now, but I also really fuck with my my fingers and toes right now. So I need to reconvene the shootout that I was gonna give you. These 1-2s, these glizzy glazers, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just chill out real quick, and I'm gonna sit in this house where my heat is. So that's what I attribute to. And NYPD does what it does best, is they like to claim shit that they have nothing to do with. So that's exactly how I feel.
I gotta give him a boo. Let me just boo him real quick.
Boo this man.
Because it's like what you said, Boogie. These were Arctic temperatures out here.
Who out here stepping out like, man, let's go. We about to run them up real quick.
Like, I didn't leave the house for 3 days this week.
Yeah.
I didn't go outside the crib until literally Wednesday.
Yeah.
And that was to take the trash out, and I ran my ass back in with a quickness.
Yeah.
That's how cold it was.
Yeah.
So for the life of me, you're over here just accepting credit for an act of God. You know, Mother Nature was like, everybody's gonna be inside.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a civilian, so I don't claim to know about street activities, but I can tell you what, nobody is putting in the effort to heat up the car to go out here.
It's
to
too much.
Like,
them YNs, them scullies can only do so much. You know what I'm saying?
The niggas is out here having to double up on the ski mask. Like,
on the ski mask.
They're not doing that. Like, it's literally like, you the ops. I know we the ops, but you got until springtime. Right. So, do what you got to do. You know, let's go back and forth online. But once spring, that's what it is. Like, nobody has time to, again, heat up the car. And then once the windows, like when it's cold outside, your windows go down extremely slow.
Yep.
So the amount of time it takes to, hold on, bro, I gotta wait for the window,
the effectiveness, to
go all the way down before I can put the guns out.
Yeah.
And then
Pooh Shiesty ain't making a song about stepping out when it's cold outside. You know, ain't nobody
doing that.
No.
Hell, even by the time you get to load the gun and shoot, the bullets are like, hell no. The bullets are free by the time they escape from the gun. Yeah. Nobody has time for this, bro. Yeah. What y'all not gonna do is sit up here and take credit for this shit. Like, cut it out, bro. Yeah. Cut it out.
I don't get that. Yeah, I don't get that at all.
You sure about that? Stop it. In other what the hell is going on, like the niggatry is off the charts on this one. Don Julio and Popeyes announced a collab that none of us expected, but also none of us wanted. And it just says January 31st, 2025. So Boogie, what type of niggatry does your mind think is about to come from this?
We got chicken and we got tequila. Listen, this is not. First of all, I just saw the CEOs of both of them, and I was like, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna ever order some Popeyes again. Yeah, that's a no-go for me. And Donnie, we do have a history, Reposado especially,
Is it
but
a good history or a bad history?
I mean, I think it's a ever evolving ebbs and flows, if you will, flows, if you will. But who is coming up with these concepts? That's what I'm saying. The collabs, like, is this where y'all finally go to the streets and to the people and ask what y'all want to see that y'all would never think that would happen? And they was like, what would work for me is having a little something to sip on while I eat my little 3-piece.
A little bit of tequila to wash down these dry ass biscuits. That's what we really want.
Yeah.
I would love to see. It's so funny when you say that, because I could just picture the Popeyes van pulling up to the hood and be like, hey, niggas, I'll give y'all $18 an hour to come sit in this test group and tell us what y'all want. I can
what a focus
see
group.
that. This is like when two struggling brands decide to combine forces. That's what this is. Because we just saw JCPenney's be absorbed by like Forever 21 and like 21 other brands.
Yep.
So it's like, what are y'all doing here?
Yeah.
And also, why?
Yeah.
Are we gonna come out with like some tequila glazed barbecue wings?
Whoa.
Is this what we're doing here?
Yikes.
Sweet Heat is now going to be turned up a notch because they go Sweet Heat now with a shot of tequila. I'm really trying to see what's going on here, but also y'all niggas remember what happened when y'all had the chicken sandwiches. And niggas did not have alcohol when the chicken sandwich fights and stuff was going on. So now you add in tequila to what could be a viral catastrophe. I can't wait to see what happens on January 31st, because we definitely gonna give y'all a recap here. So what we're gonna parking lot this, because the over under here is more than likely going to be a catastrophe.
Yeah, this is definitely where the apocalypse starts, right there. Where people start, I gotta get in my line. Y'all better get in the line, because I need my chicken with my tequila, with my Don. I need it.
And it's also like, how about a better tequila brand? I'm also thankful, though. I'm thankful it's not Jose Cuervo. So I could at least be like,
yikers.
I'm thankful that's at least not that.
Yikers.
Also, and y'all have lost y'all goddamn minds. Spirit Airlines quietly introduces a new dress code for passengers that will ban flyers sporting trashy looks. I'm certain Monique was somewhere. Hallelujah. My sweet babies is finally gonna be getting it together at the airport.
Oh
God. Spirit Airlines has updated their dress code policy aimed at addressing what is considered trashy attire amongst their passengers, aka you niggas ain't gonna be getting on Spirit flights anymore. The guidelines ban clothing deems inappropriate, including outfits that reveal excessive skin, contains offensive language, or considered overly casual for air travel. It says Spirit has yet to release any official statement detailing the dress code. Reports suggest that the policy is intended to improve the airline's image and create more respectful environment on board. Passengers that do violate the dress code may be denied boarding or asked to change before flying, says the announcement has sparked mixed reactions, with some applauding the airlines for taking a stand on public decency, Monique, while others criticize it as an unnecessary restriction of personal expression. Boogie, what says you? What side of the aisle are you on with Spirit taking the stance?
Hey man, listen, Spirit trying to worry about their reputation. You lost that cause, my guy. that's over and done with, people. We know what Spirit is and what it's for. Why are y'all trying to do a recon mission now and really double back and try to fix y'all PR already? It's not happening. It's not happening. And I'm always wondered, like, I'm curious about, like, what if y'all going somewhere warm?
Yeah, exactly.
So you telling me people gotta wear snowsuits and hazmat suits to cover up? You know what I'm saying? Are we out here like that? Come on now, it's weird to me. That's weird.
Spirit is gonna have
Lost
niggas flying on airplanes like they did on Pan Am back in the day. Niggas is gonna be full on business suits and top hats to
wow.
get on flights. This is ringing out like you can't get into the club.
Yep.
Because your dress sneakers aren't dressy enough. That's what this screams. And that's only going to target, a certain population of people.
Of course.
And we know who that population is. Niggas.
Yeah.
So
not me, because you will not catch me. And
it's not necessarily going to be me because I don't fly Spirit. I do have $150 Spirit credit that has been sitting there for the longest because I can't fly nowhere.
Bougie.
Literally not going any of the places that I want to fly. So therefore, their credit's sitting there.
Yeah.
I think Spirit, if you want to change the reputation of your airlines, you have to start with those bullshit ass planes that y'all putting in the air.
Hey, man.
You have to start with those nasty ass attitudes that everyone has in your organization. You got to start with those terrible fees and all those things. The reason people show up dressed maybe half-ass naked or whatever is because you can't bring any bags. You charge people for everything. That's why people are naked. That's why on some of these flights, it's like, hey, brother, ain't you hot? And niggas got on like 15 pairs of clothes because it's like, I'm not paying for all these fees.
I'm wearing all my clothes. That's why. That's what they really trying to say. Trashy looks. They want you to just wear all your clothes. That's what it is.
So it's like, if y'all didn't put these dumbass parameters on people, maybe they wouldn't, have a problem with y'all or things wouldn't be this way. But it's like the nerve of a budget airlines. Y'all are literally, what's lower than Greyhound? Whatever's lower than Greyhound, that's what you guys are for the sky. Megabus, because they crash into everything. So y'all are literally 18 steps below Megabus and the Greyhound. So it's like, cut it out, bro. Stop it with these dumbass discriminative practices, because that's what it is. And damn near, dare I say, once you add up all these fees, niggas, just get a Delta, American, United. Just pay for one of them other ones, because I guarantee you this much: they might beat your ass on a flight with United, but they will not profile you for being half-ass naked.
All right.
Okay, so just choose better airlines. And another, you niggas have lost your goddamn minds. A customer at Wendy's was caught shooting at an employee because his fries were cold. And I get it. I understand, because nobody wants to get cold ass fries.
Yeah.
But also, brother, you can't be shooting up Wendy's, man. You can't be shooting up Wendy's. But also, He didn't expect that the employee was gonna fire back with a fofo of her own.
Yeah.
So it's just like, bro,
Yeah.
I got to chill out. A Kentucky man was reportedly shot Wendy's employee
Kentucky. Well, there you go.
during an argument over cold fries. The incident occurred on, and the suspect now faces assault charges following the violent confrontation. Confrontation reportedly started around 10:41 p.m. when Manja D. James Wooten's 25 years old and two accomplices confronted an employee over the order. According to Law and Crime, the trio entered the restaurant. Wooten pulled out a firearm, fired at the employee during the heated altercation. Surveillance footage showed the worker return fire before Wooten fired additional rounds, one of which struck the employee in the buttocks. The Louisville Metro Police reported that the group fled the scene before authorities arrived. However, the footage of the incident helped identify James Wooten. The next day, one of his accomplices contacted the police, confessing that she had been with James Wooten during the shooting. She also disclosed that she was injured during the incident, allegedly by gunfire from James Wooten. The Wendy's employee who shot was hospitalized, but is expected to recover from their injuries. Boogie, have you ever received cold fries before?
Yes, and I have to say, I don't blame you, man. Because when I don't blame the man. I don't, because when you are hungry and you're low on funds and fast food, first of all, I know that Wendy's was nowhere to be found. There's something about Wendy's for some reason that you talking about a scarce as time to find actual brick and mortar Wendy's. I know he was running around trying to find a Wendy's. So the fact that he made it a point to go out of his way and not get McDonald's, not to get Taco Bell, he was like, no. I want to rock with Wendy's because I fucks with they fries and they square burgers.
And it took me 30 minutes to get here.
And it took him 30 minutes to get here. And for him to order his food, and as soon as he get the bag, them fries are not sizzling hot, he went for that blicky. I get it.
Went for the blicky. She went for her blicky.
Yeah, that's the one thing I'm like, hey, my guy, you're in Kentucky. Everybody got one.
Everybody got a gun there. Just like,
hey, welcome to Wendy's. How can I take your order?
Before we get started, I want to make sure ain't no problems. Now, what would you like? I said we ain't got. Shake machine is down.
That's literally what happened. That's literally what happened. And he was like, you know what? I got something for you. And he went to the car and got his. And he was like, like I said,
I want hot fries. I just like, my thing is like the escalation of.
Yeah, that was crazy.
At what point is it like, I want hot fries? Okay, my guy, like, I get you guys are arguing, but then you pull out your gun, and she pulls out, and y'all are returning fire. So, nigga, are you at the counter shooting? Are you behind the little ketchup pump? What are you behind to protect you from hitting bullets? Because also, she got shot in the butt. So, assuming she didn't hop behind that little silver counter fast enough, because I'm just trying to process, because in movies and shootouts, niggas is behind stuff.
Yeah.
Do y'all have like, I got a vest on because it's Kentucky. Everybody out here strapped. So the thought process, that's the part where I'm just like, I am really confused by this. But also, I do understand. I was in college, and there's no longer there. If you went to Eastern Michigan University, you know about that one, the McDonald's right across from the dorms.
Mm-hmm.
Them niggas was just trash. I went through the drive-through. I got some fries. My fries were legit cold. I knocked on the window. Bruh comes back. I was like, hey, bruh, I don't mean to be a bother because you got to set that expectation. Like,
always got to start off that.
I don't mean to trouble you on the job that you get paid to do.
I got trouble.
But I want you to spit my shit. So it's like, hey, bruh, my fries are cold. Can I get some hot fries? And he was like, you want hot fries? And I was like, yes, bro, I want hot fries. Bro was just flabbergasted that I had the audacity to ask for hot fries. It was just like, fuck, now we got to go drop some hot fries for this nigga. And it's like, who's not asking for hot fries? Didn't piss me off to the point where I wanted to, put that fire on them. But I understand. I do understand.
Mm-hmm.
But also, that's one hell of a workers' comp complaint right there. Like, that is one hell of a workers' comp. And I hope that she gets paid out for that. I don't know if there's something in the handbook that's probably like, you can't have your blicky while you clocked in. But it's also Kentucky, so maybe they allow that. Don't know.
Ugh.
Also, I feel like if you're in states that have open carry laws, the temperature should kind of be turned down slightly because we all packing out here. So we should be able to de-escalate this. It should just be a quick, like you just, pull your shirt up, you show yours, I show mine, and it's like, you got it, bro. Okay, cool. You got it also. That's what it should be. It should never have to be where we get to pow. But, that's just me. Boogie, that could have been, a y'all niggas is tripping because they were. Let's get to it. Who you got this week?
My y'all niggas is tripping is going to what they call the sexy red rapper Ski Yee herself. She saw, this is in her words, she saw an image of an AI generated image of Dr. Martin Luther King and herself holding hands and thought it was cool and decided to post it on her socials. And Bernice King, his youngest daughter, was like, yeah, nah, this ain't it.
Big Bernice.
Big Bernice was like, not on my watch.
You're not doing this.
You're not about to do that to my family, to my papa.
My daddy.
Yeah. And, eventually, Sexy Red removed it and apologized. She said, yeah, this one, my apologies. You ain't wrong. That never meant to disrespect your family. My apologies. What makes you think? What makes you think a picture of any form is okay with you standing eye to eye with Dr. King? Leave this man alone. I'm tired of y'all. I'm tired of y'all finding every way to bring this man, to put this man up in an image, in a picture, in a video, dancing, his voice, AI generating his voice. Let this man be in peace already. Like, damn, why do I have to keep seeing images of him twerking it or on posters? I'm just saying, on posters. For parties and stuff. Like, what? Didn't we have a conversation about this? Let this man be. Like, for real, let him be.
You want to go to a Let Freedom Ring twerking badge? Let Freedom Ring twerk off. Did you see the actual video of that?
I didn't see the video. I saw the image and I was like, yeah, where are we in this world? What's happening?
The actual video, the video not of her. It is, because someone sent it to me. I was like, oh, it's literally him just like, squaring up. That's like, why are we creating these type of videos? Like, what is the point of this? Commend her for the accountability and recognizing that, because a lot of people, especially online, you don't owe an apology. You you guys people want to always dig their heels in on the most ignorant ass shit, and it's just like, what are y'all
Pretty
doing?
ignorant. Yeah.
And I know we laugh and we joke about a lot of things. Some of these things just should not be laughed and joke about, especially when most of us know the history of what happened to the father. And you know, the records have now been declassified, so those will be available very soon for us to really see what most of us already know. The FBI, we all really know, but it'll be nice to actually read that and see that. So it's like, at some point in time, y'all can go out here and use not historical figures of that, but y'all can do other club flyers and things without having to do that nonsense and constantly digging y'all heels. That was 50 something years ago. It's like, cut it out, bro. 50 years ago is not that long. Some of y'all grandparents are still fucking alive.
Man.
So chill out.
And that's still her daddy. Like, stop
literally.
it.
Y'all getting upset with people when it's like their dad. When y'all get upset when people say anything about
don't talk about my dad like that.
You know,
don't talk about my pops like that.
It was a whole video online where a girl in Detroit got whooped up on for being in front of someone's ashes or whatever. So it's like, y'all get upset over those things, but then you want to tell someone like Bernice, where it's like, yo, chill out. It's like, no, y'all need to chill out, because again, y'all are making mockeries of figures. And I don't want to hear all this because people are like, well, we don't see other cultures do it. They do it too with their figures. So shut that shit up. But it's like, y'all should have more respect for Dr. King and his legacy. So, you know, put some respect on Big Bernice, because you know what it is when y'all do that foolishness. So cut it out, you know, cut it out.
Who you got for your niggas?
My y'all niggas is tripping is going to ASAP Rocky, because there is, you know, some anger about there not being enough black jurors. And it's kind of crazy. Defense attorneys voiced frustration about the underrepresentation of black candidates, noting it's less than 5% of the jury pool is black, despite the area being 9% African American. We're troubled by that, to say the least, said defense attorney Joe Tacopina. We're in downtown Los Angeles, not a small town in Montana. The judge declined to pause the trial for an appeal, pushing forward for jury selection, which began on Tuesday. Ultimately, 7 women and 5 men were chosen for the jury. None of them were black. Reverend Al Sharpton previously advocated for Rocky, voicing that he may not be judged fairly at trial because of the lack of diversity in the jury pool. Blah 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 blah. You know, I looked up a couple of things.
Okay.
Jury of your peers. You know, it says a jury of your peers. That is a group of citizens selected at random from the community to try a criminal defendant. The term peer refers to an equal, and the goal of a jury of peers is to ensure the jury is of an impartiality. ASAP Rocky lives in Beverly Hills. So, going based upon, you know, the people that were chosen, this would have been a jury of his peers. And I also remember ASAP Rocky saying, I live in Beverly Hills. And he said, you know, in so many words, that he can't relate to Black Lives Matter because he lives in Beverly Hills. You know, he says, I live in fucking Soho and Beverly Hills. To be exact, that's an exact quote. So therefore, this notion of being judged by your peers, I'd have to say, I think you're being judged by your peers.
These are your peers?
Judged by the people who live next door to you in Beverly Hills. It is what it is, bro. You don't get to go out here and make dumbass statements where you don't relate to black people because you live in Beverly Hills and Soho. And then when you need black people to get your black ass off for some dumb shit that you may or may not have done, your problem, now all of a sudden you need us. It don't work like that, bro. And Al Sharpton, you need to sit this one out too, bro. because it's like, if you did your research,
Hmm.
you would know that this is not one of those times that you need to bring your black ass around to try to lend, help for a nigga who doesn't care about us.
Mm.
Like, you're only doing it because this nigga's rich. There's a whole lot of other black people, not just black men, but black people in LA County who are not getting a fair shake, who are literally not being judged by their peers. So there's a lot of other people that I think you should lend that energy to, not someone who has children with a billionaire, because 9 times out of 10, he's gonna get off. So cut the shit. Like, you're another fucking Snoop Dogg. Oh, you jigaboos better not be up there. And then you take your jigaboo ass up there and you go perform. This is another one of those type of ordeals. So y'all niggas is tripping. So, And to your point, Boogie, I think I know what Dr. King would say.
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with y'all? You niggas are crazy.
I feel like that's what Dr. King would say to all this mess. But let's get to the final topic and we'll be right back.
It's the final topic. It's the final topic.
Boogie, the Colorado Supreme Court has ruled against the release of 5 African elephants from the Cheyenne Mountains, including that elephants are not legally recognized as people, and therefore they do not possess human rights. Surprise, surprise. The case led by the Non-Human Rights Project sought to move the elephants Missy, Kimba, Lucky, Lulu, and Jambo to an elephant sanctuary, arguing they were emotionally complex, intelligent creatures effectively imprisoned at the zoo. According to the BBC, NRP filed a habeas corpus claim, a legal process typically used to challenge unlawful human detention on behalf of the elephants. However, the court unanimously ruled 6-0 in favor of the lower court's decision, asserting that habeas corpus only applies to humans. Justice Maria Becken-Cotter recognized the elephants as majestic, but stated that the law does not provide liberty rights to non-human animals, regardless of their cognitive and social abilities and complexities. The zoo and its supporters celebrated the court's decision, dismissing the lawsuit as unfounded. Cheyenne Mountain Zoo also accused the animal rights group of making false claims and wasting valuable resources. What says you in the case of Operation These Dumbos Ain't Gonna Drop?
Oh man, I'm never a huge zoo fan in general. Very keen thinking of the group of trying to sue the zoo and consider them the courts, I should say, consider the courts as being of human, but yeah, this is weird to me. We know what this is. Hey, elephants, you gotta hold on. We fighting for you. You right now you just in captivity for the next couple more years, but we're gonna find a way soon. The animals are gonna get together and they're gonna be like, hey, I'm tired of this. You tired of this? We gotta do something. Just because they feeding us, doesn't mean we really want to be here. I want to be with my brethren. You know what I'm saying? Out in the wild. Granted, once I get out in the wild, they're gonna be like, "You not the same anymore. You not us anymore." You know what I'm saying? you've changed on us. You know what I'm saying? And then you got to go through that whole, violation, rigmarole, go to therapy and all that other
Not
stuff.
a real elephant. We the
Right.
real elephants.
Right. You gotta go through all that. But then you start questioning, nigga, I should have just stayed where I was. I ain't getting it. I'm not getting it on this side, and I'm not getting on this. I came out here to be with y'all.
You a house elephant. brother.
You know what I'm saying? It's a lose-lose situation. That's all I'm trying to say right now, elephants. So y'all keep y'all head up. You know what I'm saying?
Keep your trunks up.
For real. Try. You gotta do what you can. You know what I'm saying? Keep hope alive.
This is where I don't like zoos. I'm with you as well. It is animal slavery.
It really is.
Because I feel like if you can put them in sanctuaries, just let them roam, let them do what they're gonna do. You can study them that way if that's what you need to do. This is one of those ones where I'm also still like, yo, y'all wasted
the
court's time on something that we already all knew.
Yeah.
Like, unless these elephants are literally talking to y'all like, hey, nigga, we can actually talk. We human. Unless they're actually telling you this, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
And yes, I get they're very smart. And an elephant never forgets. Ask that lady who got trampled at the funeral.
My gosh.
Ask her what happened.
The
so
elephant
I'm
was
not
like, this is for Mary Ruth. You know what I mean? So.
I'm not sitting up here, negating any of those things here. But stop wasting the court's time with this type of shenanigans, yo.
Yeah.
Like, let's cut it out. Like, I do agree that the elephants are probably going to meet. The elephants, all the animals are probably like, hey, yo, pop this tape in of Jumanji. You see this shit? You see this?
Yeah.
Yes. They need to put their little elephant koofies on. Do what y'all need to do. Like
Jurassic Park, you know what I'm saying?
When y'all do what y'all need to do, just remember the hue of peoples that kept y'all in captivity. Mm-hmm. Remember the hue of those. Mm-hmm. You don't just be out here randomly attacking certain individuals. Like, hey, brother, we ain't marine biologists. Mm-hmm. We ain't the ones that put y'all behind them. We in cage too. But we're not free. So don't trample us. But it's really one of those things where it's like, yo, like, yes, the elephants, all these animals, they do need to be treated better. Let's not wasting people's time. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah. I mean, we've all seen Madagascar. You know what I'm saying? Like these animals that have been captive, it's not looking good for them if they go out in the wild. It's gonna take some time for them to get back on them skills, and ain't nobody trying to teach them,
it's
old dogs new tricks.
One of those things where even if you release them to a sanctuary, that's still an enclosure. Even if it's not necessarily the traditional bars of a zoo or whatever, they're still in a sanctuary. Them motherfuckers can't leave Colorado. They can't just be like, you know what? Let's see what's going over in Nebraska. Let's take a little trip. They can't do that. So cut it out with this. Y'all are just angry about stuff that sometimes is like, I'm sure there's homeless people in Colorado that y'all could have probably been like, hey, let's fight for more homeless shelter. Let's fight for more food shelters or something. Y'all are literally fighting for animals that get 3 square meals a day.
Priorities.
Like, what are we doing here?
Priorities.
Like, and again, I do want the elephants free, but let's prioritize. Boogie, we have come to the end of 164, but before we get to the end of that, let's get to the nothing blunt fact. It's like, Nate, are you high? Not necessarily as high as I could. Or is it like, Nate, that was rather blunt? Yes, sometimes it can be blunt. Boogie, the great group that we know as EWF, Earth, Wind, and Fire, said, keep your head to the sky. Please, with all the craziness that is going on, folks, keep your head to the sky. because that is where all of your clarity and peace will come from throughout all of this madness. But while you keep your head to the sky, please make sure you're looking out in front of you because you don't want to trip. You don't want to trip. Sometimes you can have your head in the sky. You might be a little Lululemon, and then you fall and bust your ass. So keep your head to the sky, but also keep your eyes in front of you. That would be the nothing. Blunt fact for the week. Back to the foolishness, Boogie. Back to the foolishness, but do what you will with that fact. Episode 164, now in the can. Like, subscribe on all of your podcast platforms. Shout out to the MF and Day Ones. What you got, Boogie, for the people?
As always, don't forget to smash that bell so you can get notified as soon as our content drops, and as well as just, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell that friend that this is your favorite podcast and they should be listening to it as well.
You should be listening. As Boogie said, hit that bell. Bing. I ain't got nothing for you. We'll check back in with y'all next week to see if Sports on Boogie was right with her predictions. I got nothing else for y'all, Nate Galloway.
And I'm Adrian Brandyberg.
This is your favorite late night podcast. We sometimes shoot during the day, late night with Adrian.
Peace out, y'all.